Hey, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a very gory look, so if you don't like gore, then don't watch. These are supplies: paper towel, cotton thingy that I stole from my mom's bathroom, toilet paper, sponges, disposable ones because you do not want to use a beauty blender, liquid latex, scab blood, other blood, face paint stuff from Value Village, other face paint stuff from Value Village. You're going to start off by splitting your toilet paper so it's one ply. It's better to use tissue paper so there's no pattern on it, but you know, I don't have any Kleenexes on me. So I'm just ripping away the edges and measuring them on the side of my face for this gory look. I rip along the sides because when the edges are irregular, they're easier to blend into your natural skin. And liquid latex smells really bad, so there's a nice zoom in of my face there. It actually smells so bad. Like, so bad. Like, I'm still gagging. Like, even thinking about it makes me feel gross. Anyway, so you're going to apply a thin layer. Not too thin, though, because then it starts to roll up on itself when it dries too quickly. And then you're going to apply the irregular chunks of tissue paper. Just going to kind of pat it down, and sometimes it's easier to use a little bit of latex on your finger. You want to make it as flat as possible. I'm applying more latex around the sides, thin layer around the edges of the tissue paper, and then I'm applying another ply of, why do I keep calling it tissue paper? It's toilet paper. Anyways, yeah, so I'm applying toilet paper and some more latex, and basically we're just going to keep building it up. If any of you do special effects makeup, you know that getting liquid latex in your hair is the worst thing. So I just keep going back and forth and building it up. Just make it look as regular as possible, because honestly, it's gory makeup. It doesn't need to look nice. You want it to look thickest in the center and thinnest around the outside. And I partially cover my lip because I'm going to go along the side and cut it anyways. Apparently this is called like the Chelsea smile or something. I'm not sure why it's called like that, but anyways, yeah, so I cover like 1/4 of my lip on each side just to kind of start that so I can cut it. And I just fast forwarded this side because you already saw me doing the other side. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting, that's so off, but I could have fixed it, I just chose not to, because I'm lazy. Tim Hortons break, cold coffee, and then I'm using the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation in light because I'm pale as heck, and I'm just applying it on top. And for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is AlexisBradleyMakeup. I've been doing a gore look every day for the month of October. And I'm just blending it in with a stippling brush that I got from Wish. And I actually hate this foundation. It's the Maybelline Fit Me. Or I think it's Maybelline. I don't know. But anyways, it's a little bit darker, and I find that a little bit darker makeup works when you're putting it on the toilet paper because the toilet paper is white. And I'm just using the NYX Cosmetics translucent powder. I think it's translucent. It looks translucent. And I'm just using some small scissors that I usually use for my eyelashes. And I'm just trimming these sides. Just be very careful when you're doing this that you're not gonna clip the side of your cheek. They're very dull, as you can see, which is why it was very hard to cut along the side, but you know, better than being very sharp and, you know, slicing the side of my cheek, because then I'd actually be having a Chelsea smile. And you just pull apart some of the sides to make them look irregular. I just use some lash tweezers to do that. And I'm doing the other side. As you can see, I struggled a lot more on this side, so I'm just fast forwarding it. I'm just touching it up with some liquid latex on my finger to make sure that it's still sticking in the areas that I wanted it to stick, because when it lifts, it doesn't look as real. And I'm watching an H3 video, which is why I keep looking at the TV. And I just keep adding it in there, connecting it to my lip. And I'm just using a black liner. This one's from Avon. And I'm just starting in the center and going outwards to where I cut the line. I'm darkening it all up. And I'm darkening the inner corner of my lips as well to make it look grungy and dead, I guess. And I'm not being neat at this whatsoever. I'm just using some cream paint and I'm just splatting it wherever. I'm actually not trying to stay in the center here. I'm trying to kind of go farther out. This is a little bit of those cotton thingies. Cotton pads, I guess that's what they're called. I'm just balling it up, rolling it up with my fingers with some liquid latex on there. And I'm applying it to my lips. P.S. If you're an asthmatic like me, this is not a good look for Halloween. Because it was so tricky to breathe. That last piece on the end there, on my right, but your left that you're looking at, is actually quite thick, and I recommend doing it a lot thinner so it'll be a lot easier to breathe. I made that mistake, and yeah, don't follow this video. This is me coughing. See how tough that is? And scab blood, which is everyone's best friend when it comes to Halloween makeup. I'm just pulling it apart and roughing it up a little bit more before I apply the scab blood because it's a lot more difficult to go in afterwards. And I'm just taking large chunks. Again, it's supposed to look irregular, it's supposed to look messy. And by the way, like 2 weeks ago was the first time I've ever picked up liquid latex, so if I can do this look, I guarantee that you can if you've got literally liquid latex and stuff to wipe your ass with, so. And I'm just applying it in between those little holes there. I don't know what it is. I'm not even sure, like, how this would be physically possible. Like, what's growing up in my mouth? I don't really know. I just thought it looked creepy. And I'm going in with some more cream paint. I'm taking a brownish yellow color and a black, and I'm smearing some paint just everywhere. Make my skin look kind of bruised and old and gross. Me trying to breathe. Some vampire blood, a stippling sponge. Again, a necessity if you're doing any Halloween makeup. I mean, you can live without it, but it just looks so much more splattered and messy and clean, but messy at the same time. And I just dipped in a little bit of blood, dipped in a little bit of scab blood that's on my face. Yeah, I can't talk. It's okay. You can get what I'm doing if you just pay attention to this video. And I'm putting large chunks of blood to make it look like there's clots kind of falling on my face because it looks clotty. It doesn't look fresh and clean. It looks like it's been there for a few days and I just haven't cleaned it up. Little laugh there, you know? You don't have to do this. I decided to. I actually don't recommend doing this at all. It's really not safe. I'm lucky that I didn't stab my face. And I'm sure there's a much smarter way to go about this, but I didn't do it that way because I'm stupid and I like to live on the edge. Seriously, don't do this at home. I took my lash tweezers. I took a needle. I made sure that I was going in between the latex. And I found that thread looked way too like thin, like it didn't show up nicely on camera or in real life as well. So I used just really thick black string. Yarn was too thick, but this seemed to be perfect, and I just got it from the dollar store. Again, it doesn't need to look neat. I'm not a professional sewer, as you can tell by this stitch. And I just repeat those steps again. Be very careful. I'm dancing while I do this, just don't mind me. Sorry I'm kind of off camera too, I didn't really realize it. I mean, I was looking in the viewfinder, but every time I looked in the viewfinder I moved back and then I moved closer to the mirror. And I'm sure I should get a better setup, but it doesn't matter, so you're just gonna deal with it. So this is the final look. It's bloody and gross. And I hope you enjoy it for Halloween, folks. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, enjoy!